Samanta Cakkavalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajas Sunantu Saggamukhadang Dhammasavana Kalu Ayang Badanta Dhammasavana Kalu Ayang Badanta Dhammasavana Kalu Ayang Badanta. May all divine beings arrive here to listen to sublime Dhamma expounded by the fully enlightened one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Honor to the Supreme Buddha, the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. Meritorious devotees, Dhamma friends, we all know that the Supreme Buddhas are born to this world in order to explicate to us as to how we should keep in mind about meritorious deeds on the one hand and wholesome actions on the other hand. By engaging in those things, one can put an end to this dangerous samsaric life. In order to put an end to this dangerous samsaric life, one has to accumulate lot of merits. We all know during the Buddha's period, because of various reasons, Supreme Buddha laid down some disciplinary rules, and among those disciplinary rules, one major is the Vassana period, especially Vas retreat for the high ordinated monks. So the Supreme Buddha expounded and laid down a Vinaya rule for the high ordinated monks to observe Vas during the rainy retreat. Generally, on Asala Poya day, high ordinated monks, having conducted Uposatha Kamma, for the following day, they observe Vas in a certain temple or monastery. It continues, that period continues to 3 months of time. Now, that particular monk who observes the Vas has to have a conduct proper to that particular Vinaya rules. For example, for 7 days, the monk cannot, within 7 days, the monk has to come back to the particular Senasuna or monastery or the temple where he observed Vas. Otherwise, he has violated a Vinaya rule, and he is not, suitable or proper to obtain or accept Kathina Chivara. Therefore, this sort of finkama, the meritorious deed, is a very, very popular one in Sri Lanka, especially in Sri Lanka. And in particular, in Sri Lanka, this is popular, and in the world in general, this is popular. And almost all the Theravada countries or Theravada monks who live in various countries in the world, those monks observe Vas during this rain retreat from Asala Poya day to Vap Poya day. So that is the general period and proper period. So that particular period, now when one properly observe was and without violation, that particular monk is liable to accept a Kathina Chivara. Some monks are unable to observe was on the during the proper day of Asala, the following day of Asala Poya. Therefore, they observe the Pasuas, the what is called later they observe was after Nikini Poya, the following day of Nikini Poya. That is called Pasuas observation. So there is Peravas observation, that is the proper period, and if one misses that, one can observe was after the Nikini Poya day. So, but they are not able to or liable to accept Kathina Chivara. Now, why I am explaining these things to you all, because these days, and this is the final day of conducting or just we can carry out a kind of Kathina Pinkama. This is the final day for this year. So the Kathina Chivara, the Chivara month, this is called Chivara month, from Vapoya to Ilpoya. So within this period, our people, the donators, dayakas, followers, they offer Kathina Chivara, the robe, special robe, to Buddhist monks who have observed Vassana period properly, and they take lot of merits for that Mahapinkama, the great meritorious deed. Today is the final day of that particular Pinkama can be conducted. After that, we can conduct that particular Pinkama, Kathina Chivara Pujava, offering of Kathina robe next year. So this is a rare Pinkama, Dhamma friends. However, this is kind of Amisa Puja, the type of offering. Not this is kind of meditative type of puja. Now meditation is kind of a Pinkama, meritorious deed, which gives us higher merits. And observing Sil, second one. Then the Dana. Now, out of these three meritorious deeds, Kathina Pinkama comes under the first category, that is Dana offering. However, more than Dana, one can gain merits for observing Sil. And more than observing Sil, one can get merits. One can get merit for meditation. However, one has to engage in these three meritorious deeds. In Sri Lankan context, basically people like to participate in offering, the donations, dana, and all that, not sila or bhavana. That is the problem. Therefore, we have to understand and we have to engage in all these three meritorious deeds in order to accumulate lot of merits which are essential for the final emancipation or exoneration. Meritorious deeds, Dhamma friends, however, the first Vassana period was for in Sri Lanka was for Arahat Mahinda Thera in Sagiriya. The Arahat Mahinda Thera, who is called Deepapasadaka, he observed Sil, the Arahat Mahinda Thera, in Sagiriya Mihintale when he arrived in Sri Lanka. Meritorious devotees, Dhamma friends, from that day onwards, the Sri Lankan Buddhist monks observed was up to now. Then even kings, famous kings like King Parakrambahu the first, King Parakrambahu the sixth, and main other good kings who ruled our country also conducted these Katina Pinkamas. Katina Pinkama has, can be considered a greater Pinkama in Amisa Puja. According to the character of Arahat Nagita, once he explicated to the Supreme Buddha how much merits that he gained by conducting a Katina Puja in the Sansara, and he got a lot of opportunities to be born as a Sakra and universal monarch and all that. Finally, he came to this Buddha Sasana of the Gautama, Supreme Buddha, and he attained Arahantship. So, once he explicated the kinds of luxuries that he gained by conducting this Katina Puja. So, having learned all these things, the kings, ministers, counts, and general mass, they all wanted to conduct Katina Pinkamas. This is a very rare Pinkama because once time can be conducted in one temple or one monastery for the whole year. That is why it is a rare Pinkama. And also that monk or monks who observed has to practice it or continue it without violation. So that is a necessary thing. Otherwise, one cannot, offer a Katina Chivare. Patavi riva najatu kampate nachalati meru rivati vayuna vajiramiva bijjate ganang tamida mano katinante vuchati. So according to some Attakatha, the bhikkhus, the great bhikkhus has emphasized and explained about the value of this or benefits of this Katina Pinkama, and also the power, especially power of Katina Pinkama. The commentaries in Attakatha we can see these explanations. Now generally this even the earth is tremble sometimes, and even it is not very easy to tremble the earth, and also Mahameru mountain cannot be shaken with the wind, and the diamond mountain cannot be break easily. In the same way, the kind of merits gained by this Katina Pinkama is not changed as such, is not shaken. That is why it is called Katina. Katina means you cannot break up, you cannot shake. It is something very solid. It is something very solid. That is why it is called Katina. Why I am explaining these things these days? Because people are interested in Katina Pinkama, and people engage in Katina Pinkamas these days. However, there is a drawback in this in Sri Lankan context. For this 3 months period of time, almost all the time who participate in these Pinkamas, when we observe, when we just pay attention, we can understand old Upasikavas, old Upasika always participate in these Pinkamas, and ladies participate in these Pinkamas. unfortunately, our males, they don't generally, except a few, majority don't participate in these pinkamas. Majority don't participate in. When there is a political program, political meeting, or kind of musical program, those males, they participate in, they attend on, they like to go to those meetings and those musical programs and entertainment programs, but they don't like to participate in these type of pinkamas conducted in the temples. Why I am explaining like this? Now you missed this time, but you can next time you can participate in those pinkamas. You all can go there. Now almost all the temples for these 3 months period of time, daily there is worshipping of the Supreme Buddha, Buddha Vandana. Now you can participate in those pinkamas and can accumulate merits. And also there are Dhamma sermons, sometimes 100 Dhamma sermons in one particular temple, sometimes for 1 week or for 2 to 3 weeks or for weekends, Saturday, Sunday Dhamma sermons. Like that, there are various types of Dhamma sermons conducted in various temples within this period. Therefore, this period is particularly very, very popular period and very advanced period in terms of merits in Sri Lankan context. The kind of drawback once again I observe is, after this there is no that brightness in the temples. The brightness that we witness during this period cannot be discerned in the temples again till next Vassana period. Therefore, just like we engage in various pinkamas in this Vassana period, rainy retreat, we have to organize various pinkamas during the other time also during the year. Then people can always engage in pinkamas and accumulate merits. However, both the laity and the monks participate in this pinkama, the Vassana pinkama, Kathana pinkama, and both can gain merits. Both can gain merits, benefits. Now, according to some of the commentaries, when we saw the Kathina robe, it is mentioned. Now, we have to take a needle and we have to sew it. Now, when we arrange this Kathina robe, many a time one can become a universal monarch, it is mentioned. Sometimes we can gain the position of the god Sakra. However, according to the Supreme Buddha's teachings, the most important thing is not to go in the samsara, but to put an end to this samsara. So, luxury and luxurious lives and a lot of benefits we can accumulate, we can gain, but we must not attach to those luxurious lives and all that. We have to detach from them, because almost all the things are impermanent. Even Sakra position, God Sakra position is impermanent. Even universal monarch, the position of the universal monarch is impermanent. Therefore, all these things, all transient things are impermanent. Therefore, we must not attach to all these things. We must understand the reality, the three signata, anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then one can accumulate merits in order to get rid of this samsaric life. So, it is a great thing to participate in this pinkama of Kathina Mahapinkama. On that particular day when one offers Katina Chivara, when one offers Katina Chivara, others can offer various other things as gifts, other gifts. They also can accumulate merits. On the particular day, if somebody offer even a needle, if somebody offers even a needle, one can gain a lot of merits. Therefore, that is why people have what is called kapruka in temples. When they have Katinapinkama, there is something called a tree or branch of a tree is arranged for the people to hang on various goods or the gifts and all that, other pirikaras. Therefore, people offer various things on that that branch or kapruka. Kapruka is there in the heaven, Dhamma friends. Now, in temples, this type of tradition has come into being because of that particular idea. When we offer something on that particular day, Katina Chivara is offered, you also can gain the same merits. That is the idea. Therefore, people want to generally gain merits. People participate in these pinkamas. So, unfortunately, as I mentioned, males, majority of males do not participate in these pinkamas. So, at least next year, you must determine to participate in these pinkamas and gain merits. I think in Sri Lankan context, this period is a magnificent period for accumulating merits, magnificent period, because lot of Dhamma sermons are conducted, various pujas are conducted, and so many pinkamas are arranged in the temples, and also this Katina Pinkama is taken place, and on the other hand there are some peraharas. However, perahara conducting is somewhat sometimes there are problems, because some people having taken liquor, they participate in these peraharas, processions. That is not a good thing. Then we cannot gain merits. Sometimes by doing such things, they are accumulating demerits, papa, not punya. So we have to do all these things by observing sil. By observing sil, at least we have to always practice 5 precepts. Practice 5 precepts. So practicing 5 precepts properly, if you engage in those pinkamas, you can accumulate lot of merits. On the other hand, the Buddhist monks who can, who takes Katina Chivara has 5 benefits. 5 benefits. Generally, Anamanta Chara. One is Anamanta Chara means the Buddhist monk can go out of the temple without telling to other residential monks for next Madin Poya day, till next Madin Poya day, up to that Poya day. And Gana Bhojana. Now there are Anamantachara, Asamadhanachara, Gana Bhojana. Now there are various disciplinary terms. That means generally high ordinated monks has to have 3 robes with him when the dawn comes. But because of this Katina Chivara Puja, now because he has accepted the Katina, if he has accepted the Katina, that particular Vinaya rule is not necessary. He can even violate that Vinaya rule. Violate in the sense it is not applicable till Madin Poya. And also he can go to various Dayakas invitations without other monks' participation. Generally, we have to participate in a dana, alms giving, with other residential monks or the Mahasangha. But personally personal invitations can be accepted by this monk. That is also another benefit for the monk who has a Kathina Chivara, who has accepted the Kathina Chivara. And also another one is that extra robes can be maintained. Generally, Buddhist monk, high ordinated monks can have 3 robes, Tanipata Sivura, Depata Sivura, Andane. Now, those are the 3 robes. Generally, high ordinated monks can always use, but if one high ordinated monks has a Kathina, has obtained a Kathina, now then he can use extra robes also till next Medin Poya day. Now, like that, there are so many benefits. If this Kathina Pinkama has conducted properly, so both laity and monks have various benefits, anisansa, by conducting this type of Kathina Pinkama. That is why people are really interested in. However, we have to remember the benefits are there, merits are there, if we do it properly according to the Dhamma Vinaya expounded by the Buddha. Just tradition is not adequate. No, just tradition, mere tradition is not adequate. Our proper conduct, our Vinaya, the Bhikkhu Vinaya is very, very important here. So, the disciplinary rules expounded by the Buddha has to be practiced properly by the Buddhist monks, and the laity has to engage in this Pinkama properly. Then we both can accumulate merits. So, I wanted to explicate in this Dhamma talk about some ideas about Kathina Pinkama, Vassana period and all that, because these days we are really engaging in these Pinkamas and interested in these Pinkama. That's why, Dhamma friends, today, now this is Ilpoya day, the end day, the final day of offering Kathinas for 2019. After this day, no temple, no person can offer a Kathina Pinkama, Kathina Chivaraya for Buddhist monks from today onwards till next year. That's why I emphasize this idea today. Therefore, having listened to this Dhamma sermon, may you all be well and happy. May all of you be able to attain final Nibbana. May the triple gem bless with you all. Akasattha Bummatta Devanaga Mahiddika Punyantang Anumoditva Chiran Rakkantu Sasanang. Akasattha Bummatta Devanaga Mahiddika Punyantang Anumoditva Chiran Rakkantu Desanang. Akasattha Bummatta Devanaga Mahiddika Punyantang Anumoditva Chiran Rakkantu Tang Sada. May you all be well and happy.